We went on a Disney cruise to Puerto Rico. In the beginning of November, my mom, my grandmother, and I went on a Disney cruise to Puerto Rico. Since the cruise ended in Puerto Rico, we also decided to spend a few days out there before going home. The Disney Magic was leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, so we flew in the night before from Orlando to be able to make it on time for our arrival the next day. Once we got checked in and we were able to board the ship, we got greeted by the magical crew and our vacation finally began.
Disney Magic, please welcome aboard, Miss.
Now this cruise was special for me and my mom because we officially became Gold Castaway Club members. When you sail on Disney, you automatically get enrolled into their loyalty program known as Castaway Club. Depending on how many ships you have sailed on, determine your status. After 1, you are silver, after 5, you are gold, after 10, you are platinum, and after 25, you are pearl. It's not a major deal, but it was really exciting for us and I was really happy to get my gold lanyard. Certain statuses get access to early reservations and check-in times. They also get complimentary items and more. Another reason why this trip was so special to me is because the Disney Magic was the first cruise ship that I ever went on. I was 9 years old and it was just so much fun. I had a blast. I'm very grateful for that experience, especially being so young, and I hope that everyone can experience something like that in their life. After going through the safety drills and getting settled in our cabin, we set sail from Fort Lauderdale and we enjoyed the rest of the activities throughout the night. The most common activity we did on the ship was trivia. I'm terrible at trivia, but I still enjoyed going. I will say that I did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do. I at least got half or a little bit more than half right on most of the trivias. After a few trivias, we went to go watch Tangled the musical before going to dinner that night. During the show, you aren't allowed to use any flash photography or video recording, so I don't have any of the footage of the show, but it was absolutely amazing. The actors did fantastic. That night, we had dinner at Animator's Palette. This restaurant allows you to see different Disney characters being drawn, and towards the end of the meal, there is a show where all the characters come to life through their animations. Did we enjoy our dinner?
Dinner was great. Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna go find something else to do. After dinner, we went to a few more game shows before settling in for the night. Even though we didn't participate in any of the game shows, they're still entertaining to watch, and I recommend going to see them even if you aren't going to participate. Also, every night when you return to your cabin, the amazing housekeeping staff will leave you a towel animal and chocolates. The next day, we arrived at Lookout Key to enjoy the day at the island. We first grabbed breakfast at Cabanas before heading down to the shore, and we got a really nice view of the island from the ship. I know the walkway to Lookout Key looks long, but it actually wasn't that bad. It took us about 10 minutes to walk the whole thing, and there's a nice breeze, so it's actually pretty nice to walk. However, if you do struggle with your mobility or don't think that you're going to be able to do the walk, there is a tram available for you to take as well. Depending on the ship, there will be a designated meeting space that you will need to go to wait in order to get on the tram. Once we got to Lookout Key, we boarded the tram to get to the other side of the island that is reserved for Disney. Unlike Castaway Key, which is Disney's private island, Lookout Key is used by other cruise ships as well. However, you don't really notice them because they have their own side of the island. We specifically went to Serenity Bay, which is the area designated for guests 18 and older. During the day, we just enjoyed the beach. We were able to find a spot and we just enjoyed the day at Lookout Key. After a few hours, we decided to grab lunch at Cookie's Barbecue before heading back to the ship. It's buffet style food and they have a little bit of everything for everyone. Once we got back on the ship, some of the workers from Lookout Key were waving to us with Mickey gloves. After we got ready for the evening, we did some shopping before going to see the next show of the night, which was Twice Charmed. This show is a twist on the Cinderella story. Again, I was not able to film anything, but the actors and everyone involved were absolutely incredible. Tonight for dinner, we went to Rapunzel's Royal Table. This restaurant does a dinner and show mechanism where you follow Rapunzel, Flynn Rider, and other characters from Tangled as they perform a show similar to the format of the movie. There is music and dancing and everyone will have a good time. However, if someone in your party is sensitive to loud noises, you may want to take some precautionary measures. This restaurant does get pretty loud. It's very entertaining, but I know some people are sensitive to loud noises, so it can be difficult for them to enjoy. You will have a great time and the food is absolutely incredible. After dinner, we were pretty tired from the day, so we decided to just call it a night a little bit early and we wanted to just relax in the room. Tonight's towel animal was a lamb. I think it's whatever you want to call it, and since it was pirate night tonight, instead of the regular chocolates, they gave us chocolate coins. Our last full day on the ship was a day at sea, so we just took time to enjoy all the activities that they had to offer. We started our day off with bingo. Even though bingo is an additional fee, it's still fun to do. We decided to mark the laminated sheets that they had, but they do have electronic cards available that mark everything for you. It's up to you whatever one you feel comfortable with doing. Obviously we didn't win anything, but it was still fun to do. After bingo, we decided to go up to the pool and enjoy some time in the hot tub. There is both a family area and adults only area for both pool decks, but they do get pretty crowded, especially on days at sea. My mom and I enjoyed relaxing in the hot tub, but we didn't stay for too long so we could give other people the chance to enjoy it as well. The last dinner we had on the Disney Magic was at Lumiere's, and it is themed after Beauty and the Beast. This restaurant is absolutely stunning and the dishes were so delicious. The best dish that I had on this cruise ship was at this restaurant, and it was this lobster pasta. After dinner, we went to some game shows that were 18 plus called Majority Minds and Match Your Mate. These two game shows were hilarious, and they were probably our favorite thing that we did throughout the cruise. Unfortunately, after the game shows, it was time to head back to the room and get ready to leave the ship the next day. And the towel animal of the night was, I don't know, but they're cute. I just don't know. Maybe they are obvious and I'm just dumb. It's probably that. The next morning, we arrived at the port in San Juan, and it was a bittersweet moment because I'm happy that we are in Puerto Rico, but I'm sad that we have to leave the ship. Once we got off the ship, we were able to go to our hotel and drop our things off so that we would be able to go get my sister at the airport. Our hotel was very close to the port that the Disney Magic was docked at, so once we got there, we got a nice view of the ship. Once we picked up my sister from the airport, we got ready for the evening and we went out to District T-Mobile to enjoy the night. We decided to walk there because it was walking distance from our hotel, and we just spent the night over there. This tourist area has many restaurants, shopping plazas, entertainment facilities, and sometimes they even host some events with live music from artists. This place is a nice area to go with your family at night, just in case you wanted to go out somewhere just for a few hours just to kill some time. The next day we got up early, so we got a breakfast at the hotel, and then we got on a shuttle to go to a beach near San Juan. The shuttle was provided by our hotel for free, and we were able to go to some beaches and areas in San Juan. Later on, we met up with my aunt in the evening to go to dinner, and she took us to this place called El Platanal Restaurante. This restaurant serves traditional style Puerto Rican food, and it was absolutely delicious. It was nice to just be able to catch up with my aunt. We just spent the evening with her catching up before we had to go back to the hotel. Another thing that we loved using at the hotel was the infinity pool. It was also very spacious, so a lot of people were able to get in the pool and everyone kind of had their own space. The last day of our trip, we made our way to Caguas from San Juan to be able to spend the day at my grandparents' house before we had to go to the airport. I'm glad I was able to spend time with my grandparents and my aunt. We all had a great time together. On the way to the airport, we saw a Chili's, and outside of the Chili's they have a statue of a chili, and instead of it being like the traditional chili, it was a Puerto Rican flag, which I thought was pretty cool. Here's a picture of it. We were driving by, so I tried to be as still as possible because the car was moving, but I tried to do the best I can. But you can see the Puerto Rican flag on the chili, which was pretty cool. Another thing that I saw was the Burger King from last year that was decorated as Modern Warfare 3. This year, instead of Modern Warfare 3, it was Addams Family, so it was painted all purple and it had Addams Family decorations. The video was shaky because the car was moving, morning, but you can kind of see what it looks like now. We got to the airport, boarded our plane, and we made our way home safely. And that was my trip on a Disney cruise to Puerto Rico. I had such a great time. I want to apologize for the lighting in the room. The sun went down while I was recording, so I had to turn on a lamp. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!